Greetings, everybody. Haven't recorded in a while. I don't know why. As everybody knows, I'm definitely not shy. But I think a lot of it just has to do with time constraints and me getting caught up in doing a lot of different things, researching and just posting, just find information. And as I'm finding it, I think it's pertinent, and I just want to put it out there, share it. Some may like it, some don't. Some may get it, some not. But as you can see, I mean, my posting is erratic. Like, I'm all over the place. If I wake up 5 in the morning and something's in my mind or in my head, and I just jump on Facebook, post it, and make sure I put it out there so that somebody else could appreciate it. Because it's just not, information is just not to be held. It's not to be withheld from anybody. It's to be out there, to be shared. One of the things that has been on my mind I wanted to talk about was of course, like, everyone doesn't have a belief in a God or a higher figure, a higher power, or a deity or something like that. But for those who do believe, I want to say that if there is one God, there has to be one people. Meaning, we all, if some of us are suffering, all of us should feel as if we're suffering. Because that's where the disparity and the racism and different things, discrimination comes about. If you have one group of people feeling like they're okay, but these people over here are struggling, well, too bad for them. I'm not struggling, I'm okay. So that's where I think as a term, as a race of people, I think that's where everything just got really messed up at, because we stopped caring about each other. I swear we care more about belongings, our Michael Kors bag, our Gucci, the sale over at Victoria's Secret, the characters on Black Ink, the characters on Love and Hip Hop, or whatever show it may be, Empire or whatever. We care more about those than we care about people. So I came up with something that says, if you loved yourself and the people on this planet, and just the planet, as much as you love God, this world would be heaven. You would not have to wait and die to go to heaven. This would be the place to be. Like, no one would ever want to leave it. I mean, of course, that's the case now, and that boggles me as well, because this is far from heaven. It's far from it. And to have a belief in a greater place called heaven, with your God, your maker, your creator, that you can go and be, and he has put up in heaven treasures for you. He said, do not worry about saving treasures for yourself here on earth, where varmin and and I guess like moths and stuff will eat it, and robbers will come and be tempted to steal it. He said, don't be of the world. So in hearing that, and then to hear people say, thank God saved my life, or thank God for waking up another day. And the conditions that this world is in right now is like crazy, because you should be wanting, not saying be suicidal, that's not what I'm saying, that's not what I'm alluding to at all. I'm just saying to see people who believe in God, believe in this heaven, there's supposed to be gold floors and something like that, and loving being here where we're at. Because this is it's a time where this world is so different from what I grew up in and what I know about. And even the fact is that even though my life was different coming up, the things that I'm finding out now through research still existed, but I think we were just that much more oblivious then. So it's not like saying when I grew up, this stuff that I'm finding or presenting to you didn't exist, because this stuff, I don't even know how far back it goes, but I definitely know that within the history of this country, well, probably not even this country, because that's the corporation side, the United States, but I'm saying just in this land, in America, so many things have happened and so much has been hidden. And so yeah, like, just looking back at it, I just feel things were so good back then because we were that much more oblivious that we didn't know anything. And those who do know, don't reveal it, because that's where that's what makes this work. If everybody knew what was going on, it would probably be anarchy. That's probably what it would be. So it's probably a great balance, knowing that the information I share, there's only a fraction of you that I could see from my own eyes. I can only tell by who likes, who comments. If you're just how you say it, I guess a page lurker or whatever, you just scroll, look, read, and keep it moving, I won't know. So in my eyes, and just this is my opinion, I just feel it's really selfish, because I'm doing a very unselfish thing. I'm doing tons of research, hours of research at a time. Sometimes, at my own sacrifice. Like I'm not probably eating properly because I'm so passive or so passionate about what I do, that I could be sitting there and I could be starving, and I just won't go and eat. And sometimes people will scream at me like, have you ate yet? No. Well, it's 2 in the afternoon. Don't you think you need to eat or drink some water? I'll be dehydrated, and I'm just researching something and just posting it as I'm finding it, posting it, and just appreciating and thanking those who actually who aren't scared to be visible by liking some of the posts, because I do realize they're very political in nature. They're very, as some may say, radical. But the things that are going on behind the scenes are just as radical, just as extreme. So I'm just the contrast to that. Of course it's extreme, but if you knew like half of the stuff that's going on, I would expect you to be pretty extreme. And one of the other things I want to touch on is we got to get back to using our logic, because it's basically, we're living in a time right now, and I'm going to try to say this is what's the word for it? More than, as easy as I can without offending anybody, but that's the thing about telling the truth, it is offensive. So, you know me, usually I don't apologize, I put it out there, I put it straight, and I think that's what majority of people like about me, is I tell it how it is. So, but people do tell me I need to work on my etiquette, my delivery and stuff, so I am listening. I'm trying to take that in heed. So I'll do this. I'll say, these bananas right here, they're bananas. I know that, you know that. They're bananas. No one's disputing that. But what happens when you indoctrinate someone into a belief and say, now these bananas are oranges? When you're looking at it and you're seeing bananas, but they've raised you to believe your whole life this is an orange, that's where the problem comes at. And this is what I want to talk about today. And like I said, it's not made to offend anyone, but it is made to change the shift in thinking of what's